The purpose of today's gathering is because I belong to the club of over 55, but I don't know whether the chief belongs there. So it is good, but all of you are not at all over 50. Some of those whom I asked to come, they were a little bit reluctant to come because they said, "Oh, we are not over 50." They don't want to see them as older. But anyway, it's good because this kind of gathering is a common thing, not very much here, but in Europe and in the West. It's a very common thing. Most of the people, when they enter home, they are cut off from the rest of the world. There's no way of communication. Then they immediately jump into television. They are tired of seeing all these trash programs. So what they want to do? So they need to establish a communication, contact with the people. Some of them do not have at all friends. I have asked certain people, "Do you have friends?" "No." "Do you want friends?" "No." "Do you like friends?" "No." So very rarely you find people like that. But everybody of us won't have friends. It's always good to say hi. There's lots of advanced communication today. You can pick up the phone and just talk. Some people, they pick up the phone and sing. "Yes, sing me a song." Then the other side also sing. So they are separate in different parts, but they are together. So these are very important. Then we are sharing and ideas and develop friendship and establish good contacts and then meeting places. Then this kind of getting lots of activities. So as Venerable Nayakathara mentioned, the isolation is a problem to live isolated. But I am going to address this Siew because I am going to talk about 2:30 on that. So I am going to explain in details and how to beat, how to cooperate, how to win. Those are not problems. We are simply misunderstanding of the situation. So we are just organizing. I said, Venerable Chief, that maybe 200-300 people come in. How do you arrange the food? Food is not a problem. So I was happy because that was the main concern for me. So he said everything is ready, not to worry. So he is very much cooperating, helping to organize this. And this is the first one, just to test. I myself didn't put very much effort. I just hang around here and I talked to Mr. Goh and Sister Vivien. I told them to organize it. So they did with the help of the office people there. So we have seen some, they have told me they will come after lunch. Some they will come at 2:30. So because some of them have commitments. Some they have to attend classes. So different programs. This is the only day they have, they said. So anyway, some are coming maybe a little later. Some are here, they are going to leave after 10:30, 11. So it's good. So when we started, and the gentleman who is teaching, Chikon? Yes. Yeah. He was very pleased, Mr. Gentleman. Yes. Yeah. He offered that he is going to start, he is going to teach. That's a good thing. So we get in helps like this. So it's one way of communication, and it's good too. So this is the first, that is called over 50. So you see in this world a lot of youngs are there. So that's why we don't see many over 55. But when we celebrate, they organize the next one, which will be called Festival of Below 50. We will see lots of people then.
They did like this. The people. So monks sometimes do. But monks did not fall without losing concentration. Now he uses the power of concentration. How he does? Now monks, when he push, other people push, the monks does this. not like this. Slowly, now mindfulness, power of mind, very slow. And this is later developed. Karate, Kung Fu. This is the origin is from the temple. This is the origin. Became Karate, Kung Fu, and Tai Chi. All this origin is temple. Monks, the first, because they do not want to lose the concentration, and the hand they do not use like this. Power, use the mind, mental power, mind power. Now, if you stay a little bit longer here, you check. See the flower is shaking, eh? Transfer your energy, mind power, and you share. And sometimes you can crack the glass. The mind power. So the monks, they, without losing concentration, they just push like this. I push, strong, people slow down. And the same technique, touch of food, all this. Why meditates karate people, those who practice karate, touch and all this, why they sit for a while? The main purpose is the mind concentration. Powerful mind can do many things. So this is why. So if you cannot concentrate, then there's a fight. You need to fight with yourself. The set like a taro, a bull. So when you control wild bull, you put a rope and pull, and try to tie to the pole. You still try. This is the way you have to fight. If you can concentrate on 1 minute, great progress. Great progress. When I wake up, when I come out of shower, and first thing in the morning I try to concentrate. Before anything, it's a fight. Try to fight. Just, it's a nice moment, morning, evening. But you're fighting with your mind, because when you try to think, it's gone. Just like a frog. You try to catch. You try to get. Okay. That's the fight. That's the way to concentrate. Meditation. So it's good if you notice that there is a fight between you and your mind. That's good, because we have seen it. Now we are trying to find a solution. At least we have seen it. Then you try to. Second step is you are trying to find a solution. Now we are trying. So that's why physical, vina kaya bhavana, chitta bhavana nasti. That means without physical restraint, there is no mental restraint. If there is no physical control, there is no mental control. Right. So it's better, even if you can. Maybe you sit, okay. After 10 minutes you say, oh, how many minutes I meditate? Oh no. Again, this day, maybe you have to waste hours and hours to get opportunity to concentrate for a few minutes. If you can concentrate for 1 minute, great success. Never fail to do that. Never fail. This is a good opportunity. Never fail. So let me listen to you. Right. What you are? Yes. Let's go. Yes. Any problem in the situation? You have any those nobody lives alone, those who are living alone, or those how many friends you communicate with? Yes? So what suggestion you can give to us to meet? This is good. I'm really happy we came and we meet and we did. Yes, this is good. And it's a good opportunity for all of us. unfortunately, we cannot devote so many hours for program because everybody is busy. So some are coming in the morning, some are coming later, some are coming at the end. So we have only 6 hours. So at least we can collect for something. So some in the West Europe, they organize trips of seniors. Sometimes they go to concert together. Sometimes they compose songs together. Yes, this is the thing. I will explain to you how it can be done. Okay. So, yes, Mr. You have anything to say?
So much of social activities. I think Reverend is trying to get us to come together more often, keep the group going. So that when any event like we Sunday or Saturday, you can come over and just contribute your effort, put in your time, and also at the same time do some Dharma work. It's actually all social work also part of Dharma work if we put it the other way around.
Also can come and social gathering.
Yeah, because Reverend is thinking that there are some members may be feeling that they are old, wanted, stay at home, lonely. So he's trying to open up and what Reverend says, it's best to spend time with your friends, spiritual friends, that you can sit down. You can be anything, you can talk about anything, not just only on the Dharma work or your friend. Maybe you have a problem, you can share. Because I believe human being, all of us have a problem. It's like how serious is the problem. So your problem is so serious that you think you're the only one facing, but it could be other people facing much worse situation than you. So when you open up yourself and talk to friends you can trust, of course, not anything, not anybody. People that you can trust, especially spiritual friends, perhaps by discussing problems, maybe you can find that you can resolve your problem more easily instead of having the depression. I think this is something what I think we're really trying to engage us. It's so sorry to say it's quite a small crowd because I think people come around when there's activities. But actually when sitting together here is also an activity. It's just that we don't need to use much of strength, not so much energy. Just more on spending time relaxing. Maybe some of us are not so used to it. Like to struggle in life, but then they find it more meaningful. Because actually, Reverend intention is to get 200 others. My volunteer list, I have about 300 over members in my list. In my email, I have 500 over. But when I sign up, the response, probably most of them find that there's nothing for them to contribute. But actually, all of us have something to contribute when we really stand up and say something about yourself or say something that you think we can improve. That is also part of contribution. Not just only by putting your hands on something. Because I noticed when we have these social events in the temple, even in like Sunday, especially spiritual events also, some volunteers, I must be honest, some volunteers they think that they are spending a great deal of time doing the contribution. Actually, if you look at the other way around, as a volunteer, we should be considered a blessing and we should be grateful that there is an event for us to contribute. Because some people would like to do some good, but because of their business, their time, family, they cannot offer their service, or even some because of their sickness. So by the time they want to offer, they are already gone. So sometimes when we reflect back, any event they are called upon, we should be the other way around. We should be grateful to the organizer. No organizer, no event. No donors, no event. No recipient, no event. No volunteers, also no event. So it's actually we can say it's a condition. It's a condition. We need all these conditions together in order to make something, to do something. So hopefully we can put in our self-cultivation. Remember one thing, that when we do anything, whether helping somebody with vested interest, with financial gain, or with nothing, remember one thing is that I'm grateful that you are given the chance. The chance of what's given. If we are healthy, we we have the time, we have the energy, we should immediately come forward and do it sincerely and mindfully. Because I do know we are all human beings, we still have some ego. To cut down on this ego is that just become nobody when we are here. When we are here, we are nobody. Then slowly this become a habit. But because something becomes a habit, we find that we have improvement. Because I am here since 2002. Honestly speaking, I think I gained a lot. I also improved a lot. A lot more to improve, but I've already improved a lot. So if we find that we are not improving, something is wrong. That's why every time we do something, any event, even today, after we have done something, we spend a very small, short period of time, maybe 5 days, contemplate what good thing we have done today and what bad we have done today. Good and bad we need to know, so that if we know something wrong we have done, we can forgive ourselves and we can improve. Because otherwise we don't know any wrong, how to improve, right? Only we know something wrong, even the talking, say, speaking harshly or having an unwholesome mind about somebody, disturbing, that is also something bad. And that is also a habit. So if we know, I shouldn't have taken it seriously, and then every time we contemplate on things that we have done, whether good or bad, we can only improve. If we just finish and just go back and sleep, then it's like this, like we study without going into our mind. Because some people say, I study whole day. Doesn't mean say you study whole night, you can get all the game. Even getting good result, not necessarily come in life, you can also be successful. The successful is very, very objective. So hopefully we can spend more time each time Reverend this opportunity gives us to come together. Hopefully all can bring your family or friends together.
Yes, always. But always come with someone else. It will be very helpful. It is the duty of a friend. You are encouraging others, and of course you are helping. By helping, you are helping yourself too. Because some people, they really don't know what to do, how to get around. Right? Maybe we can also conclude something.
But thank you so much to organize this so-called above 50 gathering. I think this is something very good happened in the temple, because I actively involved with this temple. I think in 2008, I started to do volunteer work, and I learned a lot of things from this temple, and until now I'm still here. And I'm very happy today you have this club, because when we come to temple, I think everybody want to have the peace and relax, the comfort, the calmness, and all of us come from different background. And I have this activity now, at the age now 50, we are so free, we have not much of responsibility. I think this is a very healthy activity. Maybe this can give us a quality of life. Like Brother Siew, I very appreciate, because and Sister Shelley, where is she? Yeah, Brother Siew and Sister Shelley has started this exercise regime. I think it's very, very important. As we age, we need good health.
And in fact, when we mentioned you offered this service, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Brother Siew. I think good health is wealth. When we are sick, you visit the hospital. I believe we have parents or relatives who are very sick. When you enter in the hospital, it's very, very sad and miserable. So I think this club, we should include like health regime, exercise. Maybe we also can have talk like nutrition, how we can take good care of our health, or some healing method, I mean some sharing. Maybe we form maybe a name for this club, maybe Kalai Mita Club or something like that. And I suggest maybe this is just the beginning. Don't let it cool it off. Maybe we make it once a month. We include exercise and health. Very important. Another thing also, I think it's good to implement Dharma education.
Also, not long hours, few hours.
Yeah, short hours. Yeah. Maybe how often you will do, I think maybe we form a small group who are willing to do volunteering work. We do them as committee. From our heart, we just want share our resources. Whoever wanted to share the resources. To make this club successful, I think some of the very experienced devotees here should come forward to, to contribute their service in any other way and to keep this club alive.
Yeah, and also it's not a Dhamma session.
No, it's a sharing.
Yeah.
Maybe Dharma education sharing that your experience to build the fellowship, to help one another. I think it's a very good thing happening in this temple now. To have this type of club, besides doing volunteer work, we should have some kind of inter-relationship with the devotee. I think it's very important, and then at least our life will be very meaningful before we say bye-bye. Yeah.
And we must also have orchestra of seniors.
Yeah, it's good we have some other activities like this. We can form some singing club. Singing is a way of having a very good health, to distress. Because I think to distress is the right word. Yeah, and then we'll be a more happier person. Yeah, so we can work out how often we want to have this club. Keep it alive. Not only just one day we have this club today. Keep it alive.
Once a month or once in 2 months? Once a month?
Or once a month at least.
Yeah.
And we have some activity, and everybody are welcome to give suggestion to help one another to build our beautiful life.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Please.
Can I call upon Vivien, Sister Vivien, to come and share one of the old timer experience?
Yes, please.
And also, one day I also believe in having trips.
Yes.
Outbound trip where we can know one another. We won't be so shy. Because like this, we cannot really reach to one another.
Wow.
We have a trip, visit some nature walking. Very good for health. Very good for health. Okay, thank you. Sister Vivien, don't mind come forward to do your sharing. A wonderful lady.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. What do you want to know? I'm here since the 1990s. And most of the time I'm more interested in chanting rather than anything else. So I don't know anything other than chanting, you see. Just now the brother was saying when you're doing chanting, your mind runs, you see. To my own experience, chanting, you need to chant loud, very loud, so that your voice will hit back to you, Then you know whether you make mistake or not. Then only you concentrate. If you are chanting, mumbling, you tend to sleep. That is my own experience. Because last time when I started chanting, the Reverend said, chant loud, louder. Now my voice is so loud until people say I can hear you amongst the way. So embarrassing. Now cannot control already. How to control, Because I don't chant from the throat anymore, It comes from my abdomen, so that's I cannot control. Whenever I chant, my voice just like a loudspeaker like that. And then so embarrassing, sometimes the master, I can hear you come from there. Upstairs also can hear me, terrible. This is my experience, but there are a lot of things Buddha's teaching is very correct. It's all through our own experience. No point talking. No point if you read. I mean, you can read, but a lot of things that is through your own experience. If you don't experience it, you won't know. Then when you experience it, you realize, the Buddha said it's correct. Come and see for yourself. You have to learn from your own experience, or else you will never learn. Everything comes from inside you. People can tell you anything, but you will never learn, never improve, in that sense. You have to come from your own within yourself. Thank you.
我正話即係講嚟講，我再重複一次嚟講，我哋嚟呢個佛堂其實係除開嚟做點講嚟供養或者做好事仲有係好似我做義工做義工都係其中之一個好事嘅其實。但係我哋要記得一樣嘢，就係講我哋做義工，首先我哋本身要我有個精神，所以我哋做義工唔係一件好偉大嘅事，其實人哋喺度講偉大，但係我本身自己記得諗住唔係偉大，係因為我哋有咁嘅 根底啊，我有咁嘅機會啊，先可以做一個義工咯。因為首先我哋如果係行得開，係有機會都係做義工，所以我做義工我係帶咗個過民心咯。因為過民心係一個正常嘅人嘅點講人生係一定會有嘅。所以我減咗嗰個過民心咧，只有一樣嘢就係，周不時做完咗義工嘅時候咧，我哋又記得要去點講啊？要去reflect， 要去諗翻下。反省一下咯，就我做嘅好嘅就係反省，唔好嘅就係反省。因為只有我哋反省，我哋知道我哋做錯咗啊，或者一啲嘢唔係點啱嘅，我哋已經可以更改我哋嘅性格。性格係有我哋嘅係我哋一般嘅習慣嚟嘅。我哋性格係習慣，如果你係前世帶嚟啊，或者係今世啊，由細到大一路習慣啦，中意講話粗魯啊、大聲啊，有睇到嘢唔啱嘅話講人哋係一個正常嘅反應。所以如果我哋有咁嘅問題咧，最重要就係講，首先要知道呢個問題先。有呢個問題就知道咗，我哋可以發現我哋自己本身嘅性格，所以變咗個性格一路到變進步啊。因為我哋喺人生入邊呢個係好短時間，講到晒休2幾歲啦，都唔幾年㗎嘛。所以如果有義工可以有機會做義工咧，我哋盡量去做，但係記得呢個係機會俾到我哋，唔係我哋俾機會人哋。因為如果係當然我本身嘅安排好多義工嘅節目咧，我發覺到好多啲義工啊，有時聽講唔係跟我好耐嘅人，佢哋諗住而家個義工係好咩啊？好不得了㗎嘛，其實唔係嘅，因為你要做個義工，首先你一定要一個人嚟做佢嘅安排啦，係嘛？要有一個安排者啦，你都有一個接受嘛。你當你有一個event 嘅話，你冇人接受都係冇用啊！所以好多因素啊夾埋就可以成果啦。所以我哋做義工嘅時候，最緊記得就係講我哋攞個心出嚟做，唔好攞個面子出嚟做啊！唔知有冇辦法係咪？因為有時我哋做嘅義工咧，通常係我哋可以講得我哋好感恩，我哋出世或者係我哋嘅生活比其他人好好多。所以如果我哋譬如俾人哋嘅嘢咧，要話有嗰種心同埋嗰種禮貌上下要俾，冇俾個人有一種心態啊，諗到佢好似喺社會冇用啊，有啲有啲愛心啊，俾嘅時候有一種愛心啊，冇講一種我哋你冇錢我俾你就算啦，變咗其實我哋冇做到好事嘅，因為佢俾機會我哋啊，就俾我哋知道。佢都好想好想我哋咁好個福分嘅，但係一啲未必會有咯。所以我哋有個福分，我哋可以珍惜啊！珍惜係有機會嘅時候，我哋可以補償翻俾翻啲人機會，跟住鼓勵翻人哋喺人生入邊佢有個好嘅，佢有佢窮嘅，可能我哋有嘅嘢佢冇，可能佢有嘅嘢我哋冇。因為我做到最緊係以前啊，我阿婆啲人唔識字啊，反而佢哋好有禮貌。先生講話係揼低頭。而家我哋因為個知識多咗話，反而我哋而家人類我哋禮貌會變咗同先生講話大聲對佢先生講，因為我哋而家讀書啊，可以學文啊，有學文但係冇家教，一路變咗啊。所以我哋記得一樣嘢就係講我哋可以反省一下，記得我哋個年頭係講我哋講嘅嘢又好，做嘅嘢又好，我有嗰種嘅引導咯，即係我哋都係做尊重咯。因為我哋未必人哋出世冇得選擇，係咪？等先阿 Sis Florence 就講係講希望呢個我哋咁嘅團體啊，希望可以繼續得佢哋講每一個頭有一次，因為我哋大家都要需要大家嘅輔助啊。但冇好想我哋嚟，你哋唔嚟，咁我自己對自己講話，你哋嚟我哋唔嚟，咁亦都冇人去帶動啊。都要大家要愛輔助一下，就希望呢樣嘢可以繼續未必每一個頭啊，可以大家坐埋一齊啊。呢啲活動啊，初睇上嚟好似唔係好重要，但係你心諗一層我哋有時間坐住屋企對住4個牆壁，就係師傅講4個牆壁，反而我哋會好似比較多病痛，比較多問題。但係如果我哋出嚟嘅見下啲朋友啊，即係我哋活動啊，我哋喐動啊，反而我哋覺得我哋仲好多嘢可以做，冇計歲數啊，循序漸進可以做。有啲人係得個歲數可以做嘢，好多嘢可以做。 因為佢個 mind 佢嗰個本身係嗰個 energy 嚟有，佢揾佢腦啊，腦係一個歲數嚟嘅啫，唔係代表啲咩嘢，一啲23、30歲都鬧到死㗎嘛，都冇精神。跟住Sis Vivien講念經入邊咧，其實念經嘅嘢啊，念經嘅嘢，因為通常講我哋念經點解我哋嘅人唔集中啲走嘅，係因為我哋念經嘅時候，我哋唔明白，我哋諗住我哋嗰陣讀書我哋讀到明白，念經係一樣，念經係一種佛祖嘅教導，我哋明白喺教導，我哋唔使睇書我哋念得到，因為佢係喺個根底嘅根字行嘅，所以我哋念經嘅時候咧，我哋集中嗰個心。喺度練，跟住唔好做好似一個孔雀咁啊！練咩練？練個經我有明白，有一定有知個意義所以念經可以打坐咯，成日講念經可以打坐，好似我哋有一班人一齊，你可以參加嚟講人過身啊！我哋唔係助念啊，我哋念經就係俾師傅去講經，因為有一啲唔係佛教徒啊。去講經，只係可以我哋念經嘅時候咧，隔離嘅食堂我哋好嘈嘅，我哋可以避埋我哋一邊嘅耳仔啊，集中喺個經嗰度，喺你而家集中緊嗰個教導心我prepare心目中有prepare，我念嗰個經嘅時候，你就冇其他嘢冇再諗，因為我哋少嘢食嘛，人哋聽下人哋講啲咩嘢咁走咗去，所以係我集中唔到，因為我哋心嘢食，所以知道我哋就每一擺進步，反而我哋內開邊嚟嘈當時你冇聽到啲嘢，係真係我哋有咁嘅經驗咯。所以嗰個念經嘅係我哋一隊人係人哋過身需要到我哋幫我哋係即係我哋 support 即係一種 support moral support 同埋佢哋點講有啲而且人哋過身真係好貴當好多錢要使㗎。呢個佛堂係免費嘅，係一種免費嘅。Mr. Eric, would you like to say something?
Thanks, Bante, for organizing this program today. Very refreshing program, different from the usual program. And then Bante was having a lot of ideas that really different from what have been usually done in all this all our Klang Valley or even in Malaysia Buddhist society. I think this program is very good for us to cultivate fellowship amongst all the devotees and especially among the elderlies, you see, over 50s, and the spirits of Kalyana Mitra, the spiritual friends, and we can have support and among those closely knitted societies amongst the over 50s. Those support for Kalyana Mitra usually really people don't really emphasize this spirit, you see. Among usually the societies they don't emphasize. So we can build on this, we can go further from this. Can quote a story from this, it's very important, quote a story from this suttas when Venerable Ananda consulted the Blessed One, Buddha, and asked him this question, you see. Blessed One asked, Buddha is associating with the spiritual friends half of the holy life. And Buddha answered him. He said it's wrong, and Venerable Ananda said wrong. Associating with spiritual friends is the whole of the holy life. So you can see from here, spiritual friends is very important. You see, it constitutes the whole of the holy life. You see. So this spiritual friend will be there. It's because it will be there for you. It's not like friends from outside. So they got something. They expect something in return. You see, with string attached. You see, with like Brother Goh just said, vested interest. You see. So spiritual friends, they are there because they have the same goal, you see, the same goal to go forward, you see. And then spiritual friends, we can count on them when we are lost like that in our spiritual practices. Our friend will pointed out our error, our mistakes. Then from there we help each other. We work hand in hand, you see. Spiritual friends, and then spiritual friends. Because we can identify them. We can identify them when it comes to temple. We know them. So we know them. We have the close support. We are some sort like very happy when we are around them. You see, because we know they are there for us. And with spiritual friends, they can point out. You see, like myself, for example, when I first come to the temple, I don't know everything. You see. And then my friends, one of those spiritual friends, they let me ask me, you see, you are here for what? Anything maybe for chanting, for Dhamma talk or what? Then they pointed out, hey, there is a new program for meditation. They say you should go and try it. So from there, I progress, and up to now, I'm a regular meditator. I help out with volunteer works. I go around helping everywhere, a lot of temples. Then some sort of, yes, this is a lesson, this is an experience for us, you see. Experience for us, for all of us as Kalyana Mitra, we must have the bond, you see, to be closely knitted, help each other, be there for everybody in the society, in our closely knitted society. I think that's about all, and I thanks Bante for organizing this really interesting and refreshing program of this over 50 program. I think younger people should be here to join in also to make the program a success. Sadhu, sadhu.
I see you got the picture, and I would say I'm very blessed to still have a lot of energy. But I've been active from when I was in school. And from experience, it's very important when we move to being in the seniors category that we do not keep to ourselves and stay at home and complain that everybody has forgotten us, nobody cares for us. I have heard this many times among friends who look depressed, who claim to be depressed, and say that nobody cares for them. My response is, who do you say nobody cares for you? But you stay at home all the time. Who do you care for? Who do you care for? I ask them. And very often they think I am very nasty when I ask that question. Don't worry whether anybody cares for you. The most important question is, who do you care for? And there are people who say, oh, I care for my grandchildren, of course. I care for my children, I care for my grandchildren. I said, right, you care for your grandchildren. Do you take care of them? Or do they come and say, Bobo, grandfather, and all that? And if your daughter or son comes to say, oh, you take care of him for the day, you will suddenly find you have a lot of things to do. You don't want the responsibility. Now, do you call that caring? It's not. See? So, always ask ourselves. It all starts with us. The Dharma also says, don't go looking for happiness. Happiness is already with us. Whether we want to be happy, we don't want to be happy, we have a choice. Don't blame other people and don't talk about other people caring for you. More important is, do we care for other people? And that extends to even strangers we see on the road when we go out, if we do get out of the house. It's more important. And those who go to the English schools and do literature will recognize the playwright William Shakespeare. Even a Westerner will still say this, that the giver is twice blessed. We always see ourselves as the receiver. It's very easy to be the receiver, right? But the giver, if you are giver, you are twice blessed. Number one, you are blessed when you can think of giving. You are already blessed. You are blessed when you have the choice. Do I want to give? Or do I not want to give? You decide to give, you are twice blessed giver. You give to somebody, you make that person, the receiver, happy. Right or not? The person is happy to receive whatever help you are giving. You make another person happy. This is what is meant by the receiver. The giver is twice blessed. What about the receiver? The receiver is in a different way twice blessed if the receiver has somebody to come forward and give. And the receiver is blessed to be able to receive. The receiver is even more blessed if the receiver recognizes and appreciates the person, the goodness of the person, of the giver. Right or not? Yeah? When we receive, we must have the ability to appreciate that there is such a person as a giver. If we don't appreciate it, say, of course I'm obliged to give me one. Is there such a person obliged to give you? Is there? No. You see, it is the goodness of the giver's heart that the giver gives. So these are basic things. That's why happiness is all inside us if we know how to appreciate. Like I always say, I'm very blessed that I have generally good health. Doesn't matter what age. And to show, how do I show that appreciation? I take advantage of my good health and do the things I can do to help others as well as enjoy myself. That's why. And I live alone. I have people coming to tell me, I understand you live alone, it must be very boring. So I say, what is boring? We can be bored when we are sitting among 30 people. Because we have stopped to be interested in anything that is outside ourselves. We forget ourselves, we become very self-centered. Then we narrow our field of interest and things that everybody must just sit down and just want to make coffee for us, hold us when we want to stand up, move the chair for us. Nobody is obliged to do these things for us if we are mobile. People are not mobile sometimes because of health issues. Then we should be able to see the person's needs and help the person. But there are a lot of people who do whatever they can to help themselves first. And that is one of the basic values of being happy. But then people say I'm chronic to have such thinking. Right now, any questions? I don't know what you know how to do. But I must say, Siew, I enjoyed the exercise just now. I want to attend your class. Really, what do you call that? What do you call that? Is that called chico? One type of chico. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, that was very good. That was my first introduction to the exercise. Thank you for allowing me to share my fun views with you. Thank you.
This is Sis Tan. Actually, she is a Sunday school teacher. And also she is actually an acting school teacher also.
I have been with the temple for 20 years, I should say. But I still feel that I'm still learning from you, from the temple, from so many people. So I don't claim to be very proficient in things I do. Okay. The thing is, I have progressed with the temple from the small little hut last time, where every time it rains, we carry the basin and run after the raindrops. Okay, because it leaks. And from there, we started the collection and all these things. And then, following the progress, we have now so many buildings here and more devotees and all that things. The thing is, what I enjoy most is learning from the kids. They are our greatest teachers because everything that I don't know, I will ask them. They will tell me. The thing is, there's one case of a young 6 years old, and when she was putting out her tongue, so I said, what's wrong? You were eating a nasi lemak, very hot. Not hot, she said. So I stared at her. It's not hot. The nasi lemak is not hot. Hot is like panas. She said, the nasi lemak very pungent. You don't know me? She was asking me. So to save my whole face, I said, it's not to say I don't know. I'm only testing you. So I sort of but the thing is, this young girl is very smart. So anyway, to cut the story short, there was cases when the children, when they drawing, they started to paint the blackbird. I said, why? You have seen the blackbird before. He stared at me. Got blackbirds, right? He said, you don't know that? Crows, lah! Oh, you know. Crows are black color. But I don't like the color. So he still drawing the birds, black color. So many of them. Then I told the father, I said, I don't know why you keep on painting the crows, the birds are black color. That is because, as a teacher, you told him you do not like black. So he tried to strike you, he tried to make you angry. Keep on painting the blackbirds. So from there we learn some sort of psychology. We must use psychology of these children. So anything you don't like, they will do. So that's why they have develop the things as oh, you are a very good boy, you're a very good girl, so that they boost up their ego. That type of things. Anyway, learning from these young kids is enjoyable. But sometimes, of course, hey, why you like that? Stare. They will not say anything because they do not know how to answer you immediately. So they just stare at you. Okay?
And then, of course, the Dhammapada, or not the Dhammapada, the Jakarta tales are very good in the sense that they bring out the what we call meanings of the daily lives and all these things. So there's one case where there was a man. He was so broke, he don't know what to do. His next meal, don't know when he is coming. Also, then suddenly he saw dead rat on the road. Dead rat. So he picked up the rat. People will say, "You, what is this rat?" So he picked up the rat and flinging it here and there. Then suddenly he remembered a rich man with some cats. So he took this rat and hang around the cats. So of course the cat seeing a rat, they want to eat. So he sold the rat. So he got some money. So his next meal now he knows where to get. So he go and catch all the rat and sell it to this rich man. So from there he made a small farm, and from there he started his business of wearing tikus. Anyway, if you see an opportunity, you must know where to grab it. So when you come to school, you must know what you are learning. Okay? So I think that's about all I want to share with you. The thing is, I hope that more people will come and help us in the school, whatever it is. Okay? Thank you very much.
Reverend brothers and sisters, I've been here almost 22 or 3 years, I think, before 1995. And this building was not even ready yet. What is fascinating about this temple is the old timers are very cooperative. Also another, and whenever there's this charity fairs and all this, people come to volunteer at services. Of course, there must be a leader and organizer. And our brother Goh has done a lot in these activities. Also, one thing I want to share is our chief is a very compassionate man. I've never seen him angry or put on a long face. There was one occasion which I would like to share. I think almost more than 7 years back, one day we were having these prayers in the hall. It was about to start. Then my wife was there, and then she got bitten by a bee, a small bee. When the chiefs saw this, there were few monks around. He personally went and got a seater for my missus to sit on it. I was very touched. He could have asked anybody to bring a chair. He himself went and take it. That shows his humanity and compassion and his kindness. And also that shows he doesn't care about his position. And that shows how humble and full of humility he is. And also I saw a lot of old senior members started coming here now. I'm also wondering why, like Sis Florence said the other day, you see getting fewer and fewer members. Something must be distracting them, or they have gone outside their other activities, which is a shame usually. We have people more than 30 years here. Myself, 20 something, it's not as in just done like, and rather than Hong Kong and all this are very similar. Also, brotherly is around. Brother are very similar people, full of contribution. Regarding the exercise, if the place is available, we can practice in the afternoon session, if possible. Either on the weekend or usually on the weekend, people can find a time maybe on Saturday or Sunday, when I hope Sister Florence can arrange, and then let me know. I'll try to find a time. Okay, that's all.
That's why we need to cultivate and learn when we are living is that everything got two sides of the coin. Sometimes some people, we see their selfishness from our point of view. From the person's point of view, it might not be selfish to the person. It's just that the person feel that what she is doing or he is doing is the proper way of life. There's one, the Sutta only talk about, the Buddha teaches is actually take look at things as it actually is, because all of us are born differently. All of us have different character. Could be could even be a twin. The twin, although they come from the same mother, same father, but yet they don't share the same character. So if we can see on the positive side instead of on the negative side, that will solve 50% of our problem. Because you see, most of the time we feel upset is because we look at the negative side of the other person or our side. All of us, I believe, we have families that has grown up, already branched out. I also have a very big family. I have a very big family. Our sisters are Christian, also some very Buddhist, which character-wise, on my normal viewing is not proper. But if I look at the other way, her life is her own life, not my life. So if I realize this, I think I solved part of my problem is that I just accept the person as what the person is. It's easy to say that to do it, but I say everything that we do, it becomes habit. If you keep on thinking positive, the negative side of the coin will never appear. I'm actually in business. I have a lot of companies actually one time in the early 80s, but 9 companies. When my company collapsed in Domino in 1998, a lot of my friends ask me, you don't have any feeling. You see, if I look at the positive side, it's not the end of the world. Look at the positive side of things. The negative side doesn't appear in my mind. So why must I feel upset over something that is not running my life? Actually, it's my own life. How I like it to be run, I must condition myself at the right attitude of what I want. I know it's not easy. It's not easy, but depends on the individual. Sometimes you put too much pressure on ourselves to correct a person. Then you find that that pressure bounce back. You become so upset because the person didn't fall in line with what you want. Like just like children, we want them to follow us. But when they grow up, if they depend on us, we find that they become a burden. They become a liability to us because we cannot let go. Like my son, he doesn't want to follow my business. A lot of people ask me, I told them it's a blessing because the moment he said he wanted to on his own, that means he has grown up. I no longer have to bring him and tag along because if he follow me in my business, I have to ensure that he doesn't feel. Because I know my business better than him. He become my training. So if he doesn't want to go on his own, it's a blessing. You look at the positive side, it's a blessing. I don't have to bring him and tag along that I cannot make sure he doesn't fail. But if he's on his own, he has his own world. So I don't know, I'm just saying from my point of view that always read a lot of this advice. So preferably, I always try to advise people, don't read those commentaries. Commentaries are actually a lot of things inside there. It's based on individual mindset. Go back to the early teachings of the Nikaya. There are only 4 Nikaya books: Majjhima Nikaya, Samyutta Nikaya, Anguttara Nikaya, Nikaya Nikaya, and Buddhagata Nikaya. 5 books only. Read these books. That's not anywhere. When you read these books, you try to digest it. When you digest it, you will find the solution there is that all of us are born different. You cannot be the same. You see? Like when we get married, husband and wife, definitely they are not perfect. They are perfect when God made him. So why do we accept? How can we get married? How do we stay? It's because we really accept the person's shortfall. See, we recognize first. Like brothers and sisters, we when we, as we grow our brothers and sisters, we tend to drift away. We get together only on occasions. Make this a quality of the occasion to talk about happiness, the joy that we enjoy together. Do not think or talk about things that we do not agree or will bring sadness. At no point, because our like I say, we look forward for happiness, good health. Then why are we looking at the sadness or something that is already past or that is not good? So we do not bring back those those memories. And moreover, we try not to perfect another person because we have to perfect ourselves. We cannot change the person until I was someone in the Monday high place for 3 months as someone there. I also asked him because I have a sister that very difficult to handle. It was not because I don't like her habit. You see, like my sister said, selfishness, all this. But she didn't see her selfishness and asked one day how to change a person. He only gave me one word. He said, change yourself. Change yourself. I said, I don't want to change. But when I start to contemplate, there are many things to change. First, I look at how I look at the person. Second, am I doing what? You see, when we do something, we actually telling the person what should be done. If the person is observant, the person will wake up and the person will, if things is good, one day the person will follow. Example is like my house. I always emphasize my children, my mother not sit on the chair, on the table. Nobody can start doing it. So everybody follow. Then come the washing of dishes. This you see, this generation, most of us already spoil our children. When we wash them, my mother will say, put down. So what I do is, since I'm telling them to wash, they just leave it. What I do is, I started with when I came from Monday place, I wash my own dishes, I wash my mother's dishes. Automatically, my children wash them. They wash their own dishes. You see, so in time one thing, you want someone to change, first we change ourselves. It can be a very minor change that we overlook. Another incident, my family background is different from some people's backgrounds. That whenever we think about you, we have to talk to everybody elder than us. Everyone. The younger is called everybody, then everybody is called, we also talk my mother. I have my wife's nephew who came and stayed with us. Okay, from a different background. When we start calling this my nephew, this. She can open her mouth to say, talk about father. They can't. Then they will say, no, they're bad. No, actually, she was not trained. It's not her habit. She feels so alien. People start calling. She feels shy. She cannot call. But when she stayed with us for after 3-4 weeks, things will change. Then she started normal. Then go back, she started to train their own family. And now as a grown up, she also starts calling her family. You see, sometimes there's little bit of things that we do. The extra, as I would say, when you even like sending things over, have a habit of, there's something important. Call the contact yourself. Spend the 10 cents, call and send out. Then when you extend this extra work, you find that you minimize a lot of false messages going out. It's just because we want it easy. This is good. Press, also send. I think send. Few thousand people in the market. This become a rumor. Every time you do something, a very minor extra step will go a very long way. Maybe you will realize this in our lifetime. Maybe you will not realize in our lifetime, but definitely it will change. Okay? Because if we expect the person to change, we are putting unnecessary pressure to us because it is the person's life. Even the person, let's say it's a drug addict. If you want to take a drug, what can I do? Yeah, we feel sad. We bless the person, hopefully the person will have a good life. That's all we can do. Even our own children, it's difficult to accept, let's say they do something bad. It's definitely difficult. But we have to, we study the Dharma, study the Dharma Buddhism, study the Dharma. The law of nature. The nature is that each of us will come to a certain age. We have our own karmic energy that drives us. We cannot change anything. We can only change ourselves. Changing the world is impossible. If people change the world, the world will change the world like that. You see? So this is also my so far my part of my presentation. we are the people who can give us some advice on how to change the selfish person. Some people born selfish. They're born like that. Their background is like that. The people in mix also like that. You see? So you see, for instance, those things that when I said when I came here, I always carry when I said to but it has place. And I always believe people no sharing, no sharing. Reason very simple. If we book a bus, we go there for the diner, okay, that's by donation. And then shop for, of course, we take care. Of course, myself will take care. But there are a lot of people that there's no share. The reason why we don't share info is because we will look at the thing deeper. There are some people who have a child. Because you want to share $20, this mother or father might not feel the priority to the child. So young, please help outside you see. So in order for them to encourage to bring along their children, so we just say that even $1 also no problem. Just trade. So that person might hear the cool. You see, they should never talk about bringing the child to touch base with the They never talk. Because I have to waste time, no $20. So if we do not share equally and just being simple, let's share the joy together, but not the money dollars. And I find it very successful. Over the past 3 or 4 years, I don't have to pay anything extra. We managed to cover the extra also. You see, this is because when we see something, we must look into something deeper than what we see on the surface. Like sometimes you see a person very good, nice looking, good, but you don't know the person behind. But some people see people like them, they always in front. But they're very nice people. So you must see people, go deeper. That's why another area I look at it, my advice is stay away from these people that make you happy. Mix with people who makes you happy. Turn it around. And more, if you find the good here is more joy, spend more time with the group, more joy. And then by the time you wake up, you find that you will overcome all these unnecessary hindrances that make your life so miserable. Because these are why also face miserable when your choice of going for happiness. See, makes it friends that can bring you out of that sadness. Anybody can contribution. All those people have life go through difficulty, but nobody say, có được đủ quá bố đều thì hàng hai đi cái bố có là sự các bên có thông qua tầm hàng này.
Sis Vivien, sometimes I come off and on. I'm not a regular here. Whenever I come up to stay with my daughter in Sentu, then I just provide food good dana. And of course, we already know Chief Reverend for a long time. He's very compassionate. But I just want to share this saying with this lady because whatever she mentioned, I think she's a little bit very emotional. So I think there are things we don't want to happen, but have to accept. And sometimes we don't want things to happen, but then it has to happen, so we have to accept. The things we don't want to know, but have to learn. Because sometimes what we don't want to learn, and then we learn to accept it, and we find that all this experience will give us a lot of courage to overcome our emotions. And then, and people we can't live without. People we can't live without, like our loved ones, who are very close to us and we are attached to them. Actually, we can't live without, but have to let go. Because one day, either they or we ourselves will have to go. So, if we think or contemplate on this point, that one day we have to go, we are all here only temporarily. So, whatever happens to us, we have to accept, and that is easier to go by day to day. Our mind must always at the present moment. Then only you live fully your life. But if your mind is in the past, then you're always full of regret and blame and so on. And if your mind is in the future, you're always full of anxiety and fear, so which is not good for us. So we must always live at the present. at the present moment. And it is very precious because if we miss that moment, then we can't get it back. Because we never know when we have to go. Because life is impermanent, death is certain. So if we contemplate on that, I think we miss a lot of things. Yes, before I practice meditation, I used to be very emotional. Just a little bit, and then you find my arm flushed up, and I feel like crying. And I also have fear talking to people like this in the, in front, in a big group. But the practice that I've been doing, because I'm used to practicing Vipassana meditation, and my teachers are from the Mahasi, Burmese, they are Burmese. And sad to say, just give you a very recent bad news. If you know Siew U Panita, any of you who know Siew U Panita, please put up your hand. He's one of the masters of Mahasi way of practicing meditation, and my teacher is the other one, Siew U Janaka. I have been with Siew U Janaka for a long time, since 1998. And sad to say, Mahasi Siew, 94 years old, just passed away this morning at 8 a.m. So afterwards, before we dismiss, maybe we will do a little bit of transference of merits to him. When we contemplate and meditate together, then we just transfer our merits through hearing the Dharma, through sharing. Maybe we can just transfer merits to him. Of course, he himself has lots of merits, and we wish that he attain Nirvana, immediately, because he has been teaching the Dharma for so long, and he is actually has gone away at a very good old age. And how many of you can live up to the age of 94, unless you join Mr. doing the exercises, and then come here and then share? I think you feel happier, rather than stay at home and then look at the housework that you have to do, and then so depressed and brooding away. I think that will kill us faster. So I think in order to get rid of all the depression, come here. Sometimes you look at people with happy faces, actually we also feel happy. Alright? So if I don't go for my retreats, I always go and do service. Because I'm with the Kasih Hospice service. So once a month, first Saturday of the month, I visit the AIDS patients in the Sungai Buloh Hospital, and we bring food to them to make them happy, because they feel that they're unwanted. Even their parents and close relatives also despise them because they are in that position. So I always want to talk to them, and I actually feel rewarded because I also gain from the patients. Now you look at them, actually you learn from them. So you gain a lot of experience from them. Then my second week of the month, I go to Sebayan Hospital, where there are lots of cancer patients who are terminal. So you see, sisters and brothers, if we do all this sharing here, I think sometimes we need to do a little bit of this service to keep us going. And that's why they couldn't believe that I'm 71, because I feel, that I can still do a lot of good for the society. So that's all that I wish to share with you. Thank you.
We are very happy, we are very glad that you came all the way from this morning. You have been here, and it's an encouragement, and the Dua and Florence, and also Sis Vivien, and our Eric, and all these friends are the organizers, and but we need to continue this. This is the beginning, it's the first day, and it is extremely satisfied with the presence of so many people, and also the response is so enlightening, so nice, so encouraging. So it is the time to move forward, and it is the time to get together, and please leave your names and contact numbers, and the evening we announcing in our programs, as you have discussed, that we would like to meet at least once a month and in large numbers. And make sure, please, don't come alone. Must come at least 3 persons.
It is a must. It is a must. Then, that's the way to go. That's the way. Some rulers in the past, they built a kingdom like this. They said you have to build all the strength, and the other one also can increase the members. So it's the way. So I give them my thank you very much again for coming, and it was a very nice of you. And what else? I can wish you the best of everything. And we thought of giving a talk, and we thought of sitting for a while for meditation. But don't forget that on the 7th April, that is 2 weeks before the Vesak, in veneration of the Buddha birth and enlightenment and final parinirvana, we are going to sit for 3 hours from 8:30 to 11:30. It's a retreat, Samadhi Bhavana. I think they will announce that, and also class will be available. So everything will be done nicely. So let us sit. That is the your Sakaroti, Karoti, Maneti, Pujeti, Patamaya Puja Pachapati. Buddha said, one who venerates me, respects me, bows down to me. That he who practices my dharma. Means before, 2 weeks before the enlightenment, Vesak, we are sitting for 3 hours, and I will conduct it. It is here and Samadhi Bhavana. 8:30 to 9:30 to 11:30, and we will run until 1. We will have lunch, and then that is the way to pay homage to Buddha. So don't be disappointed. I want to talk to you about isolation, but I see now nobody is isolated or lonely. I'm very happy about that. So please announce, and you can give the time and you will say what is to be done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, here's a special announcement. Reverend asked to announce the place and time of Samadhi Bhavana by Monday Samadhi is on Saturday, 7th of May, time 8:30 to 11:30. Attire comfortable, decent white dress. 8:30 to 11:30. Morning. Yes, in the morning on the 7th of May. ป้ายลงนะดิ้นบนเบอร์2ดิ้นบนเบอร์3ดิ้นบน sorry ป้ายเบอร์3ดิ้นบนจอกปากcomfortable decent white dress. Okay. The method of Samadhi meditation helps to discover ourselves, advance our own spiritual journey, and reduce stress. Okay, it's a half day retreat, 3 hours a day. You can be a beginner, or you have been meditating for years. Yeah, it is still the problem. Meditation any present. Okay, it's open. Samadhi Bhavana. Okay.
Sampatti, Sakla Sampatti, Ato Nibbana Sampatti,